So if you guys are looking for any cheap and reliable FIFA 19 coins, head over to u7buy.com and you can basically buy coins or you can buy players. So if you wanted Team of the Year Ronaldo, Team of the Year Messi, you can literally order them off the website. Make sure to use code Muzz for 5% off. Top line of the description, boys. Yes, lads, I've been thinking about this for a while. I've been wanting to do like a Premier League sort of predictions, like a preview kind of thing. I'm going to do many different things. So guys, if you've got any suggestions for this video, obviously you've got to watch the video first so you can give me suggestions. But I've thought of quite a few different things I can do. Whether I can do predictions. I'm going to be doing predictions in these type of videos. I'm going to put a cheeky Sky Bet / betting tips at the end of the video as well, and so hopefully you guys enjoy. If you could drop a like, that would be sick. Drop a sub if you're new. Don't know how these videos are going to do. If you have any suggestions to improve it, please let me know. Also, I've got this obviously you guys can see this. I've got this like webcam kind of layout, and I've also created this studio, but I don't know what I think of it, so I'm going to quickly show you guys. Let me know what you guys think of this, whether it's too overkill. I've got sort of like on this screen, it's more of like you can see the table, you can see the fixtures for this week, and on this one I'm going to do my predictions on here, so you can obviously see me typing. So 6-0, boom. So there's the prediction sheet. I don't know which one you prefer. So would you rather me have the studio, or would you rather me go over to just like a plain where you can see more? It's up to you guys, just let me know in the comments. But yeah, boys, let's start in. We're going to go with the predictions first. I'm going to go through team news. So I'm using the Forza Football app. If you guys haven't got it, it's not sponsored, but it's a pretty sick app. You can see injuries, everything, team lineups on it, so it's pretty sick. Let's start off with the first game, Southampton versus Manchester United. Okay guys, so jumping into the first game, we've got Southampton at home to Manchester United. So what I'm going to be doing with the Forza Football app is we're mainly going to be using this to see who's injured, see who's out and stuff like that. So basically team news, and then we'll go over to the prediction, the website app, and we'll do our prediction there. So anyway, Southampton's injuries, we've got the main one's got Lamina's out, that the new signing Degenepo. Then we've got Nathan Redmond out with an ankle injury. Obviously, Alexis Sanchez has gone to Inter Milan. Darmian's not a huge miss. Bay's been out for a while. Who else we got? We got Dallo that's out. Martial's out there, which is interesting because I'm pretty sure he actually finished last game fit. So maybe he picked up a knock late in the game, or as a training injury. I'm not too sure. Yeah, thigh injury. Expected return unknown. So I don't know. I don't know what the odds are that he's going to play, but if they're losing Martial, then that might be quite a big loss. And then obviously Luke Shaw as well, which is also kind of a shock. I don't know how big of an injury that is. It's a hamstring strain, so he might be alright. So anyway, jumping into the team lineups. If Martial and Luke Shaw's not going to play, I think that's going to be quite big, because who's going to play left back for United? And also, attacking wise, United haven't got many options. Obviously, United recently lost to Crystal Palace. Southampton beat Brighton away, actually. And in my Premier League prediction, I did say Southampton. I do think they're going to be quite high in the table, like around the 10th to 13th spot. I do think Southampton are going to do decent, because some of their signings, I think, are decent. Jumping into the prediction, though, the early kickoff on a Saturday. Jump over to what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the studio when I'm doing the predictions, and then go to the other players for the Forza Football, for the bigger screen. So Southampton against United, I think it's going to be a really tight scoreline. I don't think it's going to be a big, like a 3-0 to United. I really don't. I'm going to go with I kind of want to go with a draw, but I'm going to go 2-1 United. I think United are just going to edge it. But I'm going to say this: if Martial's not playing, I do think it's going to probably end in a draw. I really do. But yeah. Like I said, injuries is going to be a big factor in whether this game will be 2-1 or a draw, I think. I think it's going to be a tight game either way. So now into the next game, we've got Chelsea versus Sheffield United, 3 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday. We've got quite a few injuries, Chelsea. Obviously, we started the season with maybe 4 or 5, at least 4 starting players. So when they're back, it's going to be huge for us. But in terms of this game, the player that I'm really hoping to start is Mason Mount. He did pick up a little knock last game, and he had to go off actually. But I don't know if it's a huge injury. I really hope it isn't, because Mason Mount's been probably our best player so far. And bro, I'm not gonna lie, I doubted him a lot. I didn't think he was that great at Derby. I looked at his stats, and yeah, you shouldn't really judge a player off stats. And he didn't do the best in the Championship. Came to the Premier League, and he's doing absolutely sick. So hopefully he keeps that up. Hopefully he gets a start. In terms of everyone else playing, Kante may be fit. I'm not too sure about Kante's condition. I know Hudson-Odoi, Loftus-Cheek, Van Ginkel, Pedro. they're fully out. And then John Fleck's out for Sheffield United. I'm not going to lie, don't have a clue who it is. Anyway, jumping into the prediction, let's head over to the studio, Jeff. And it is in fact a 3 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday, which means I do think... Okay, I'm going to go with a 2... Do I go with 2-1 or 3-1? Right, I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea, boys. I do think it's going to be a tight game again. A lot of people might think we might actually crush Sheffield United, but I think Sheffield United are going to defend well, and I think we'll definitely concede because defensively we're not the best. I just pray Reece James. Reece James he's been training, so if he could start this game, if he's match ready, that would be huge. Him in the defence, when Rudiger's back as well. Rudiger's back in training as well. That's a big thing actually. If Rudiger and Reece James are back for this game, that'll be huge. I reckon we might even keep a clean sheet. But I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea for this game. Jesus Christ, we have got injury galore here. So we've got Connor Wickham's currently out. Tompkins, Sacco, Van Aanholt's out as well. If he's actually out, it might only be a little knock. But if he's actually out... Crystal Palace's defence, as it is terrible. And if Van Aanholt's out, then oh god, that is quite a big loss. El Ghazi's currently out for Villa, Chester, Codger, and Target. But I know Crystal Palace went to Old Trafford and actually got a win, which is actually mad. I thought they were going to end up drawing that. And Aston Villa got a good result against Everton. I don't know what I'm feeling a draw. I really am. I'm feeling a draw. I'm gonna go with a 1-1. I'm going to go over 1-1. Maybe if I was going to pick a win, I would say 2-1 Villa, but I think it's going to be a draw. So guys, we've got a really good game here. We've got Leicester at home to Bournemouth. I think this is going to be a really, really good game. Looking at the injuries, I don't know how serious this James Maddison injury is. I know Leicester played, I think, in the Carabao Cup midweek, and it ended up going to penalties, so I'm not too sure if he's got like some type of strain or whatever. I'm not too sure. Chilwell, I believe, still out, which is a big loss, but Fuchs has been actually alright for them. But Maddison, if Maddison's out, then obviously that'll be a big loss because he's one of their best players. In terms of Bournemouth, Jesus, they've got a lot of injuries. I know a lot of these have been injured for a while, so I know Daniel's recently picked up an injury. There's no huge players there that are currently out. So anyway, jumping into the prediction. Okay, jumping into the prediction, boys. So Leicester home to Bournemouth, obviously. I do think if Bournemouth turn up, I think it's going to be a draw. But this is a big if. If Maddison starts, I'm going to go with a Leicester win, and I'm going to go with I think this is going to have goals in. I really do. I'm going to go with 3-1 Leicester. Yeah, I'm going to go 3-1 Leicester. Next game, we have Manchester City at home to Brighton. I'm sure a lot of you guys will probably think Man City are going to absolutely storm this. Brighton have actually been quite a surprise so far. It's only early days, obviously only 3 games in. Lost last game to Southampton, but Man City against Brighton, I know Brighton are going to literally park it like most teams do against City, but City are just going to be too much for them, even with the injuries. Obviously there's no new injuries for City, just the same old. I think Gabriel Jesus recently, I know he was injured for last game, but I'm pretty sure he got injured fairly recently, a few weeks ago. In terms of Brighton, don't know much about Brighton's team, I'm not too sure. That Andone is legit. I'm on the wrong screen, apologies boys. That Andone's tackle, I don't know if you guys saw it, bro, he needs suspended for at least a month for that. That was horrendous. Literally 2-footed someone. But anyway, jumping into the prediction, boys. I do think Brighton are gonna try the best to just obviously park the bus like most teams do against Man City. Man City's, they're just too strong, man. They're just far too strong. I have put Laporte into my dream team as well this week, so I'm hoping for a clean sheet. So I'm going to go with, I don't think it's going to be huge. I'm going to go with just a standard 2-0, bog standard 2-0. First clean sheet of the weekend. GG. So now jumping on into the next game, we've got Newcastle at home to Watford. And holy, Newcastle have got so many injuries. Obviously Watford only got Troy Deeney out. Joel, has he actually picked up a knock? Because he was actually unreal against Spurs. His hold-up play and stuff was so good against Spurs. Obviously, Newcastle recently beat Spurs, which was actually insane. If I'm gonna put this out there, if Andy Carroll, Big Andy C, was fit, then I would say Newcastle are going to steamroll this game. But with him out, if Joelinton's out as well, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but if Joelinton, I think that's how you say it, if he's out as well, who they're going to play up top? That's the question. jumping on into the prediction, boys. I do think it's going to be it's going to be a tough year for Newcastle. I really do. Even though they're at home, I think Watford are going to win this one. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win to Watford, boys. I think there's going to be quite a few goals. I might be completely wrong, but I'm going to go with a Watford away 3-1 win. Okay, guys, so we now have West Ham at home to Norwich. This is going to be a really good game. If you told me last season that West Ham v Norwich is going to be a good game, I'd probably laugh, because I thought Norwich were going to be pretty terrible. They didn't make loads of signings, but holy, Pucky on a free, actually unreal. If you haven't got him in your dream team, the same as me, then you've been missing out. I've used my free transfer this week, not on Pucky as well. I don't know if he'll keep it up. Hopefully he doesn't. I'm low-key hoping he doesn't, but we'll see if he does well. Anyway, in terms of injury news, we've got Javier Hernandez and Antonio out for West Ham. Not huge losses, really. In terms of Norwich, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I don't know loads about Norwich's team, so I can't really comment on much of their injuries. But we'll go jump in to the prediction, boys. Right, okay, boys, so this is going to be a cracking game. I think there's going to be a lot of goals in this. So, obviously, West Ham at home to Norwich. This could easily go either way. Depends who turns up, really. I'm going to go with a huge scoreline. I'm going to say there's going to be 5 goals, and I'm going to say a 3-2. I'm going to go 3-2 West Ham. And I do think Pucky probably will score again, knowing Pucky. He's actually in good form. So I'm going to go with a home 3-2 win to West Ham. Alright, next up we have Burnley v Liverpool. And I'm not going to lie, kind of pissed at Burnley. I subbed in Nick Pope the other week in my dream team. And I was like, he probably won't get a clean sheet away to Wolves. 95th minute, I see it's 1-0. And then boom, Wolves get a penalty and end up scoring, so my clean sheet goes, and yeah, so Burnley, cheers. Anyway, Burnley at home to Liverpool. I can't lie, one of my most hated teams in this league is probably Burnley, so I really don't like Burnley. In terms of injury news, boys, we've got the 4 out for Burnley. We've got Brady, Goodmanson, and then Liverpool, we've got Klein, Alisson, and Naby Keita out as well. I wonder when Alisson's back. It shouldn't be too long, hopefully. Alisson's a beast keeper, like, but Adrian is a little bit dodgy as well, I can't lie. Anyway, I think this is going to be literally a big shithouse from Burnley, like they always do. Just park every player behind the ball, go long balls all game. Set pieces, they're going to be, they're obviously very good at set pieces. What's it called? Is it Ashley Barnes? Is it Ashley Barnes? Is his first name Ashley? I don't even know, but Barnes, you guys know what I'm on about. He's actually been banging them in for Burnley as well. So, with that being said, I do think Burnley are going to score 0. I think it's going to be 1-0. I think it's going to be insanely shit out from Burnley. I think Liverpool will get some type of scrappy goal, whether it's a penalty or just some scrappy goal. But I think Liverpool will just see through it. Now, on to the next game, boys. We've got Everton at home to Wolves. This is going to be a good game because Wolves are still without a win at all so far. I know it's only 3 games in, but Wolves are going to be desperate for a win. Getting away win at Everton is going to be tough as well. Obviously, they managed to scrape a draw 95th minute against Burnley. But I think it's going to be a tight game. In terms of injuries, not many big injuries at all. We've got the new signing for Everton, the Gabamin. I think that's how you say it. And then Lossell as well, who doesn't even start. So anyway, let's jump into the prediction, boys. So jumping into the prediction, Everton at home to Wolves. I'm not going to lie, I thought Everton were going to start a little bit better, but okay, boys, I think this is going to be another draw. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw here. I've just got a feeling it's going to be a draw. So, Everton 2, Wolves 2. I think that's fair. Okay, boys, jumping into the big game on Sunday. We've got Arsenal at home to Spurs. What a game this is going to be, by the way. In terms of injuries, first of all, we've got Hector Bellerin still out injured. We've got Mavropanos. We've got Kieran Tierney and Mavropanos again, so there's 2 Mavropanoses apparently. Obviously, Ryan Sessegnon, I actually forgot he was at Spurs, but he's injured. Foyth, Dele Alli, Kyle Walker-Peters as well. That's actually going to be interesting. Aurier can play right back, and Ndombele is obviously still out injured. Anyway, let's go jump into the prediction. Okay, boys, jumping into the prediction. Obviously, Spurs looked so clueless last game. I don't know if you guys watched the game against Newcastle, but they just looked clueless. I'm not going to lie, they did look a lot better when Eriksen and Lo Celso came on, but when Lo Celso and Eriksen were on the pitch, they looked clueless, bro. They were literally sideways passing it all game, crossing it. It was just, I don't know, it was horrendous. In terms of Arsenal, other than Nicolas Pepe, they didn't do loads against Liverpool, but Nicolas Pepe does look good. If he can finish, up his finishing a little bit. He looks like an absolute player. Not gonna lie, very jealous that he didn't sign for Chelsea. I'm telling you, if Chelsea didn't have a transfer ban, he would have signed for Chelsea, because I think he used to be a Chelsea fan? I think he used to be a Chelsea fan. Was he a Chelsea fan? Fuck knows. Anyway, jumping into the kickoff, the late kickoff on Sunday. I'm gonna go with Arsenal. I think Arsenal are gonna win this. The question is, what score is it gonna be? Is there gonna be a lot of goals? I'm thinking maybe a 2-1, 3-1. A 2-1 or a 3-1. I don't think Spurs will score. Do we think 3 or 2? I'm going to go with 3. I think Arsenal's attack is just ridiculous. I really do. With Oreo starting as well, I think Oreo's okay. If Davinson... Bro, I don't. This might be a bit of an unpopular opinion, but I really just do not rate Davinson Sanchez. I know he's only young, but he's so error prone, bro. Like, a lot of times I watch him, he makes a lot of errors. So, will he get dropped? That's the question, because Vertonghen's been on the sidelines for I think he's not even... Has he even started a game yet, Vertonghen? It's been Alderweireld and Davinson Sanchez starting. So it'll be interesting to see if Davinson Sanchez does start. But at the same time, Arsenal's defence is... I hope they're enjoying David Luiz. That's all I'll say. It's good to see... Do you know what? David Luiz might have gone, not out of spite, not out of anything bad. He might have just done what Czech did and just gone to Arsenal purely to do shit. Happy days. Appreciate it, David Luiz. Okay, guys, so there we have the full weekend's predictions. We've got 2-1 away win for Manchester United. We've got a home 2-1 Chelsea win against Sheffield United. We've got a draw at Crystal Palace. We've got a 3-1 Leicester win against Bournemouth. A 2-0 Manchester City win against Brighton. 3-1 away win for Watford against Newcastle. We've got a lot of goals in the West Ham game. 3-2 to West Ham. 1-0 away win to Liverpool. And then we've got a 2-2 Everton against Wolves. And then a 3-1 Arsenal against Spurs. So there's my predictions, boys. Please do let me know your predictions. Before we end, I want to give you a betting tip. And I want to quickly show you my fantasy team. I want to do this every week. And maybe I'll review fantasy teams every week or something as well. So let's go jump in to the fantasy team. So jumping into my fantasy team, boys, last week I got just above average. I did pretty bad. I started the weekend off really bad. I was like even below average, and I managed to scrape a few points back. Having United defenders on the weekend was terrible. Wan-Bissaka got 0. And the problem with me the past few weeks is I've had some players that have done really well, like Sterling. Callum Wilson's been doing decent. Aubameyang. Mason Mount I recently brought in and he did sick on the weekend. But the problem is each week, if I go to previous weeks as well, I keep getting too many 1-pointers and stuff and 0-pointers. Too many 1-pointers. So Wan-Bissaka's had 1 point in 2 weeks. Ake's not been doing the best. In terms of the first week, again below average the first week. Alisson obviously got injured. Stones, we've been a little bit unlucky with injuries. Anyway, the free transfer, as I've already said, this week is going to be... I brought in Laporte. I took out... Who did I take out? I actually had a bit of money spare, so... I actually took out John Stones because John Stones was injured, so... I could have stayed with a back 3 and kept Ake in the back and maybe changed one of these, like Perez or Sigurdsson or something like that. I do think Sigurdsson's been unlucky so far. He's hit the post a few times, and I do think it's coming. The assists and goals are coming. I believe Sigurdsson can. Same with Fraser. I believe he can get some assists soon. He hasn't been picking up any points, neither Sigurdsson. Perez really hasn't been great. He might be the next guy I take out. In terms of Pucky, only £7. And look at the points, man. It's 35 points. Barnes has been doing decent as well. So, in terms of Dream Team, there we go. I'll quickly show you the league, who's top of the league and stuff like that. I'm currently 171st, which not the best, but boys, there's room, there's time, there's a lot of time. We're only 3 games in. I've still got my triple captain. I'm going to play my wildcard for... I was going to play it this week, but I'm going to use it further into the season, just in case. No, my luck, I'll get an injury or something. But in terms of the top 10, we've got Mano United, what a name. Mohammed in the middle. Late Varus, 350. Zamal Kawi at 5th. I'm not going to say that name, but in 6th. FPL House Blizzard, what a name. Show Me the Money. Khalid and KRC and Hit Me Hard. Yo, look at Louis Jevon go. Louis Jevon in joint 10th. Love that. Anyway, jumping into the further, I'll quickly show you the first team. He had Wan-Bissaka in his defence as well. Yeah, I wonder if he had Pucky from the start. You know, De Bruyne's a good shout as well. Not many people have De Bruyne, but he's been bagging him. Salah. If I use my wild card, then I'll probably get Salah in as well. So In terms of FPL, boys, there we go. Okay, boys, jumping into the betting side, we have now got, I've put both teams to score for the Everton v Wolves game. I think that's going to be quite a good one. The odds are quite good as well, 10 to 11 for that game. I don't know what you guys think of that, but I think both teams scoring that game is pretty big. And I've also gone Sheffield United to score at least one plus against Chelsea. Like I said, I do think this massively depends on, I'd wait to see the Chelsea lineup first. If Chelsea have Rudiger and Reece James back in the lineup, I think that's going to be huge, and I think we might keep a clean sheet. But our current back line is horrific, and we've been defending horrendously. If you've seen some of the goals, like even against Norwich, with some of the goals are just so sloppy, man. So if Rudiger or Reece James do come back in, I would not put Sheffield United to score 1+. But this is the quite good odds, to be fair. 10 on it gets you 34 quid back. I usually, what I do recommend is I'd usually wait to see the lineups, like I said, for all games really. Like you might see United's lineup. They might be without Luke Shaw, they might be without Martial as well, and you could even sneak a little double chance on Southampton. Let me have a quick look at the double chance on Southampton. I bet it's quite good odds, to be fair. Let's go quickly look. So double chance. So double chance is basically pretty much in the name, so you can bet on Southampton or draw. So the odds are actually quite good. Let me quickly get rid of both teams to score. Oh shit, I've just got rid of the wrong one. So Southampton and draw. 10 on that gets you 17. 20 on that gets you 34. 20 on that's 34. That's 14 quid profit for a Southampton or draw. That's easy easy work. If I'm telling you, if United are without Luke Shaw and Martial, I think that's a good bet. I really do. But anyway, boys, hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you guys could drop a like, that would be absolutely sick. Drop 50 likes. If you've made it to this part of the video, then let me know in the comments. I really appreciate that. But let me know any suggestions. Let me know your predictions as well, boys. But please do drop a like. We'll go 50 likes. Drop a sub if you're new. And yeah, boys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.